Hey Vikings Nation, are you ready for some huge Minnesota Vikings news that could shape the future of this offense? Because what just came out of the NFL annual league meeting is sending a very clear message about where this team is headed. And trust me, this move involves one of the most explosive young playmakers on the roster right now. We're talking about a decision that could lock in a key weapon alongside Justin Jefferson for years to come. A move that shows confidence, long-term vision, and belief in a player who has already delivered big moments in purple and gold. But what does this really mean for the Minnesota Vikings moving forward? Stick with me because we're breaking down everything you need to know about this decision, what it says about the front office, and why this could be a turning point for the Vikings offense. And I want to hear from you. Is this the right move? Let's dive in. The Minnesota Vikings have made their intentions crystal clear when it comes to Jordan Addison. According to Executive Vice President Rob Brzezinski, the team is fully committed to exercising Addison's fifth-year option. No hesitation, no doubt, just a strong statement of belief in one of their rising stars. That kind of confidence doesn't come out of nowhere. When a front office makes a move like this, it's because they see a player not just as good but essential. And that's exactly how the Vikings are viewing Addison right now. An impact player who is part of the core. And let's be real, Vikings fans. This tells us something big. The Minnesota Vikings aren't just thinking about the present. They're building something sustainable. They're locking in talent early, and Addison is clearly part of that long-term blueprint. Now let's talk about why this decision makes so much sense. Since entering the league as the 23rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, Jordan Addison has been nothing short of impressive. His production speaks for itself. 175 receptions, 2,396 yards, and 22 touchdowns so far. Those aren't just good numbers. Those are impact numbers, especially when you consider the circumstances around him, including changes at quarterback and offensive adjustments. Addison didn't just survive, he thrived. And what stands out the most is his consistency. He's not a one-season wonder. He's proven that he can deliver year after year, making him one of the most reliable young receivers in the league today. Let's rewind to his rookie season, because that's where everything started to take off. Addison came into the league and immediately made noise. 70 catches, 911 yards, and 10 touchdowns. That's elite production for a first-year player. And don't forget, this happened during a chaotic season where the Vikings rotated 4 different quarterbacks. That's not an easy situation for any receiver, let alone a rookie trying to find his rhythm. Yet Addison still dominated. He even earned Defensive Rookie of the Month honors in October 2023, highlighted by a massive performance against the 49ers. That's when the league started paying attention. Historically speaking, what Addison did as a rookie puts him in rare company. Only a handful of players in NFL history have reached 900-plus receiving yards and 10-plus touchdowns in their first season, and Addison is one of them. Within the Minnesota Vikings franchise, his numbers are even more impressive. Only Justin Jefferson had more receptions as a rookie, and only Jefferson and Randy Moss had more receiving yards in their debut seasons. That's the level we're talking about here. When your name is being mentioned alongside legends like Moss, you know you're doing something special. And Vikings fans definitely noticed. Touchdowns? Addison delivered there too. His 10 rookie touchdowns tied for second most in franchise history among rookies, trailing only Randy Moss. That's elite company once again. Moving into his second season, Addison continued to produce. He followed up with 63 catches, 875 yards, and 9 touchdowns, proving that his rookie year was no fluke. He remained a key piece of the offense, consistently creating separation, making clutch catches, and stepping up when the team needed him most. That kind of reliability is gold in the NFL. And even when defenses started paying more attention to him, especially with Justin Jefferson on the field, Addison still found ways to contribute. That's the sign of a true playmaker. Now, the 2025 season had a bit of a different tone. Addison finished with 42 receptions for 610 yards and 3 touchdowns. A noticeable drop in production compared to previous years. But context matters, Vikings Nation. The offense went through changes, and consistency at quarterback continued to be a challenge. that always impacts receiver stats. Despite that, Addison still delivered big moments, including a game-winning touchdown in London with just 25 seconds left. That's clutch. That's the kind of player you want in high-pressure situations. And let's not forget that explosive 65-yard touchdown against the Lions in Week 17. That play showed exactly what Addison brings to the table: speed, separation, and the ability to change a game in an instant. Those flashes remind us that even when the numbers dip, the talent is undeniable. Addison is still that guy who can break a game wide open. So when the Minnesota Vikings decide to exercise his fifth-year option, it's not just about stats. It's about trust. It's about believing in the player's impact beyond the box score. We've seen the Vikings do this before. They exercised the fifth-year option on Christian Darrisaw and eventually worked out a long-term deal. Could the same path be ahead for Addison? That's the big question right now. Is this just a temporary commitment, or the first step toward a massive extension in the future? Because if Addison continues to develop and produce, you better believe the Vikings will want to keep him in purple for a long time. Pairing him with Justin Jefferson gives this offense serious firepower. And that brings us to you, Vikings fans. What do you think about this move? Was exercising Jordan Addison's fifth-year option the right decision? Or should the team wait and see? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. I want to hear your take on this. And if you're loving these Minnesota Vikings news updates, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow Vikings fans. Because here we live and breathe Vikings football. And trust me, the future is looking very interesting in Minnesota. SKOL.